Hey, you guys, it's Matt Fraser, the psychic medium, and I am live right now. So come on in and join me. Grab your cup of coffee. We are going to talk about what your loved ones are doing on the other side. And we're also going to talk about if your loved ones are there and watching over you. And I can tell you that they are. But this is something that so many of you guys get so confused about. I shouldn't say so many of you guys. There's been actually a couple comments that I've received. And after watching my readings, some of you guys have said, Matt, if souls on the other side have such amazing lives, if they're without illness, if they're without pain, if they are, so happy and peace and content on the other side, why are they obsessed with us? What's the obsession with humans here on in this world that they have to watch over us or watch us all the time? So I want to answer that question. I want to explain to you just what it means that your loved one is watching over you, what they see, what they don't see. And I also want to share with you why your loved ones choose to watch over you. Hold on, let me have some of my coffee. I see Bonnie is here from Kentucky. I see AA Hiss is here. I see Marsha H is here. I also see that Teresa J is here from Louisiana. Hey, Teresa. I also see Diana Young is here as well. God, Diana, looks like you're in bed right now. What the hell are you doing over there? I also see that Christy is here from Australia. Wow, we got everybody in the house today. I am so excited. I usually don't do lives on a Friday, but I wanted to come on and spend some time with you guys. Royce is in bed napping. Sleeping, I should say. So I'm like, you know what? Let me come on here. Let's answer a few questions about heaven and the afterlife. And I also see that Peggy is here as well. And I see that Virginia is here. And I see that Lynn is here from Australia. All right, you guys, we have so much to talk about. And while you guys are here and with me, can you please do me a favor? If you've been enjoying these lives, please click share and pass them on, because sometimes Facebook, YouTube, all the different social medias doesn't share all of my videos. So that's where I rely on you guys. If any of these videos have helped you, please click share and get out the word. And while we're waiting for a few more people to join, I'm not sure if you guys heard, but I am coming back on tour starting September 29th. And here's where you can come and meet me live in person, where I'll be giving live readings up close and personal. My first stop is Moncton, Canada. I'll be at the Casino New Brunswick on September 29th. I'm also coming to Harris, Michigan on October 6th and October 7th, where I'll be giving live readings at the Island Resort Casino. I'm also coming to Omaha, Nebraska on October 14th, where I'll be giving live readings at the Peter Kuwait Concert Hall. I'm coming to Kansas City, Missouri, where I'll be giving readings at the Uptown Theater. And I'm also coming to Laughlin, Nevada. I'll be giving live readings at Edgewater Resort Casino. Santa Rosa, California. I'll be at the Luther Burbank Center for the Arts. I'm coming to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania for the very first time. I'm actually really excited about that event because I love Pennsylvania. I'm coming to give live readings at the Wind Creek Event Center. I'm also coming to Foxwoods Resort Casino in Connecticut on December 9th. And lastly, I am coming to Wheatlands, California, where I will be giving live readings at the Hard Rock Sacramento. So if any of those places are near you, just go to my website to reserve your spot. It's meetmattfraser.com. And also some important news, you guys. I am down to the last 2 online readings in October. So September is completely sold out. And all I have left for online readings are 2 dates. So if you can't join me in person, if you'd like to join me for a live online reading that takes place live in this office, where I'll help you connect with your loved ones, it's $19 to join an online group reading event. But what I want you guys to know is that there's only 2 dates left, October 19th and October 21st. So if you'd like to join me for one of those online video events, just go to meetmattfraser.com. The link is up on your screen to reserve your spot right now. And tonight is actually the last night to sign up for the October 21st online reading. So if you can make it on that day, October 21st, meetmattfraser.com is where you can go. And one last thing before we get started talking about this topic, I want you guys to know that I know many of you guys have been asking me, Matt, when are you and your mom going to do readings together? Because I know that many of you guys know that my mom is also a psychic. So me and my mom decided to get together and to do our very first event together live online. And you guys can attend. We're doing an online psychic seance on October 30th, where we're going to be going and using our abilities, putting them together to help you connect with your loved ones on either side. We're going to be teaching you how to safely connect with your own psychic ability, how to connect with your own psychic ability, how to make contact with your loved ones in spirit. We're going to be answering your psychic questions, and we're also going to be doing readings as well. So if you want to sign up for that one-time event, it's happening on October 30th when the veil is the thinnest. You can reserve your spot at meetmattfraser.com. Just click on online readings. Okay, so we're going to talk about this. Your loved ones in spirit. Are they watching over you? Why are they watching over you? And are they there? And if they are watching over us, Why is it that they're so obsessed with us in our life? This is actually a question that I have been asked a couple times here on Facebook and also on YouTube as well. So I want to tell you guys all about this. All right. And first of all, if you have any questions while I'm answering these questions, just go and leave it in the comments below. So write me any question that you have about this topic because I'm curious to know what you're thinking in your head. All right, because I might be able to talk to the dead, but I can't read minds. Even though some people think I can. I promise you I can't. I only know what your dead loved ones are saying. All right. So here's what I want you to know. When your loved ones go to the other side, when they transition on, the one thing that every soul wants to be able to do is to come back and check up on their loved ones that are still alive here in this world. It's very common for a mother that had passed away to want to come through and want to watch over her children here in this world. It's very common for a husband who had passed away to immediately, once he gets on the other side, come and check back to make sure his wife is okay. But what I want you guys to know is that your loved ones don't leave you, right? They're part of every moment of your life. And it's truly a beautiful thing. And, this is where I think and the reason why I wanted to do this live was because when I got that comment and somebody asked me, Matt, well, why are they so obsessed with us? Why are they always going in, watching us? Why don't they have things to do in heaven? And yes, your loved ones in spirit do have divine jobs. They do have different things that they do on the other side. I don't know everything that they do on the other side because I've never died. But being a psychic medium, I've got glimpses into their life in heaven. But what I can tell you is that there's one reason why your loved ones want to watch over you in spirit. There's actually a couple reasons, but the number one reason is because they're proud and also because they love you. So think of it this way, right? At first, I had a hard time understanding it. And then I asked the spirit world, I said, okay, you're with us every day. Why do you watch over us every day? Doesn't it get boring on the other side? Doesn't it get boring looking in on our lives? Do you get close to us and then pull away? What do you do in spirit? I've asked the spirit world this question, and this is what the spirit world has said. And Lizzie goes, Matt, you're so amazing. I'm actually not amazing. I just tell you what the dead is saying. But what I can tell you is this. They've actually explained it in this way. To your loved ones in spirit, they don't want to miss out on any part of your life because they love you so much. It's not in a weird way. It's not in an obsessive way. They're just completely in awe of the love that that you have with them. So Rosie's asking a good question. She goes, do they just pop in at any moment and then go? This is a bad time. I'll come back. Yes. So Rosie, they're not there when you're taking your panties off, all right? Or when you're getting into the bed. We'll put it that way, right? So yeah, there are times when your loved ones are like, oh, he's in the bathroom right now. All right, I'll call back later, right? That absolutely is the truth. So when I say that your loved ones in spirit are always with you, right? They are always with you, but they choose on looking in on certain moments. It's not like your loved ones are like this on the other side. They're not always looking over your shoulder. They're not seeing what checks you're writing out. They don't care about, what you're doing in the bathroom, what you're doing in the bedroom, all of those things. And yes, you guys are laughing at me, but listen, it's the truth. I know you guys are all questioning that, right? The thing is that your loved ones in spirit care about the moments that are meaningful with you. So for example, let me just put this into perspective. I have come to realize this and exactly what the spirit world has been talking about the moment that my son was born. The moment that Royce was born, you guys, it was incredible. It was a different kind of love. The moment that my son was born, like everyone always said on here, and by the way, everyone always had said, and Rosie, and by the way, Rosie's laughing at that. I'm glad you thought that was funny and you're not insulted, Rosie. But did I answer your question for you? Listen, what I want you guys to know is that your loved ones in spirit compare it almost like a child being born, right? When Royce was first born here in this world, I started to feel things I never felt before, right? It was like a different part of my heart just opened up. And still to this day, you guys, it's funny because one of my neighbors, when we first were bringing him back home from the hospital, she looked at me and she goes, oh my God, congratulations, Matt. And I was like, oh, thank you. And she congratulated Alexa. And she goes, oh my God, don't you just want to stare at him all day? Don't you just want to watch him all day? And I know it sounds creepy and it sounds weird, right? But when Royce was first born, that's all we wanted to do. Alexa and I, from the moment he woke up to the moment he slept, we just want to sit there and look at him. We'd look at him in the bassinet. We'd look at his little fingers and toes. We just want to stare at him. And still now, to this day, even though he tires us out and he's got more energy than we do, right? Alexa and I, we miss him when he goes to bed, right? We want to see everything that he's doing. And even me, I'm afraid to go on tour. Not that I'm afraid, but you guys know, I'm afraid to miss out on something. I don't like, I don't like leaving the house for 5 minutes because I'm afraid, oh my God, what if I miss out on him saying something or doing something or what it was? Like just the other day, I left the house for 5 minutes, you guys. And next thing you know, Alexa called me. She's like, he's standing, right? And I'm like, ah, and I had to go back to the house. Well, what I want you guys to know is that when your loved ones transition onto the other side, you're still their family. You still have that love connection with them, and your life is so interesting in that with them because they want to see the life that you're living here in this world. So all your big moments, all your big milestones that you're achieving here in this world, or even the small moments that you might think are small, are actually big to your loved ones on the other side. I see your loved ones in spirit the most around you when you're going through the ups and downs of life, right? When you go through the really high moments, like weddings are the time when I see the most amount of spirits in the room. During weddings is the time when all of your loved ones in spirit are there. The same way that everyone travels from near and far to be at that wedding, to be there when you're taking that walk down the aisle. The spirits are also there because they're so excited to be with you on that day. What's also amazing is when you have big moments like a baby being born, right? Your loved ones in spirit aren't just there for you, but they're also there to see that baby. But your loved ones are also there through the rocky times as well, through the health scares that you have. They're there when you're really stressed out, when you're stressing out on how to pay the mortgage, how to pay the bills, what's going to happen in the future. Is everything going to be okay with my husband? Is everything going to be okay with my wife? Those are the times your loved ones are also there. So what's amazing is that the reason why your loved ones are so invested in you is because of that bond of love that you shared with them here in this world. But to answer your question that some of you guys are, and this is a really good question actually that Joe's answering, and thank you for being brave enough to ask this question, because what if our experiences are bad, right? Well, the thing is that your loved ones are with you through the bad moments as well. But there's one thing that your loved ones can see that we can't see. When we're going through a shit show here in this world, right? And we're going through a really tough patch within our life, your loved ones can see the outcome. And that's why your loved ones in spirit don't get nervous. So when you're going through a bad experience, when you're going through a divorce, when you're going through a trauma, when you're going through a job loss, when you're going through a financial issue, and you're like, oh my God, and you're hyperventilating, and you're stressing out, and you're having all of these anxiety attacks and panic and worry, your loved ones are on the other side going, oh my God, it's sad to see her stress out now, but wait, what's coming next? Wait until she sees what's about to happen. She's divorcing that guy, but she's going to end up with her soulmate. And this happened and that happened and for this reason, right? So your loved ones are able to connect the dots, where here in this world, we're not able to connect the dots until we look back on the past. So that's one of the things that I want you guys to know. Oh my God, I see that Rick is a first timer here from Pennsylvania. Thank you so much. He says, come and see us. Listen, I am coming to Pennsylvania. I'm coming to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I'll be at the Wind Creek Event Center. I'm not sure if that's near you or not, but I'm glad you're here. So what I want you guys to know is that on the other side, that bond of love that you had with your loved ones will stay on the other side. And they don't judge you in heaven. They want to see exactly what's going on in your life. The same way that your mom would have been here and calling you up and saying, hey, how'd you make out on the doctors? Hey, what did you find out at the lawyers today? Hey, how's everything going? Did you find a job? It's all right. Everything's going to be fine. That's what your loved ones are doing on the other side. They are so connected to you by love that they want to see the different things that are going on in your life. But what they don't care about is the stupid things, right? They don't care about how many times you visited the bathroom today. They don't care what you do in the bathroom, right? They don't care about, the times that you go in and just taking a bath or taking a shower, right? Or getting dressed or, doing God knows what. And we're not even going to go there because I know you'll want to go there. We're not going to go there today, right? I see how you almost tried to trap me into that one. Your loved ones don't care about that. What they do care about are the moments that are meaningful. And it's actually funny because different loved ones will watch over you at different times. I actually just had a reading where this happened. I had a reading where this woman had come to me. And when I connected with her, she had a friend of hers that had passed away years and years and years ago that passed away of suicide. And the soul, unfortunately, had passed of suicide because they were dealing with just a lot of emotional issues and a lot of emotional stress, and they had gotten into depression, and that depression had caused the suicide. So don't you know that friend was there watching over her because she was going through that same thing. She was in a dark place. She was having suicidal thoughts. She was having a really hard time within her body, mind, and spirit. And that friend from long ago who was silently in the background in her life watching over her, suddenly was very much sending her signs, being by her side, and coming through to me when I was giving her a reading, right? To let her know that that was the soul that was watching over her in spirit right at that moment. So this is how your loved ones also take turns in spirit as well, right? If a soul had a similar life challenge that you did, for example, her best friend from years ago, 20 years ago, passed of suicide, and then she started to have those same issues that her friend went through. Well, don't you know that that's the reason why her friend is there? That's the reason why her friend chose to watch over her at that exact moment. It's like the other souls, not that they left her, but they kind of stepped aside to let that other soul through, because that's the soul that can help her. And that soul was coming through in the reading to encourage her, to get help, to not feel alone, to do all these, to do different action steps, right? To get her back to feeling her best self. So what I want you guys to know is the same thing happens with different family members, meaning that there's different family members that will alternate around you, right? If your mom was the person that you always went to when you had emotional stress, she might be the spirit that steps to the front of the line when you're going through an emotionally stressful time. If your dad was someone that was always there, that, was always helping you with finances, or always helping you with your bank accounts, or always helping you when it came to loans or business things, right? He might step up when you're going to make a business decision. You might feel his presence more. Doesn't mean that your loved ones leave you, right? Doesn't mean that, oh, hold on, I'm going to go get coffee at Starbucks. You go and watch over, our daughter right now. That's not what happens. It's just that they take turns. And I'm glad that makes sense to you, because I really try hard. Jennifer says that makes so much sense. I really try hard to put it in a way that you guys understand and that will help you to understand what your loved ones are doing. But I also going to tell you this. I also going to tell you that when it comes to the other side, and when it comes to the spirit world, it's really interesting, because not only do your loved ones take turns watching over you, but I can tell you that there's certain souls on the other side that intervene in different ways. Your angels come through when you're going through emotional tough times. Your spirit guides intervene when you're getting off your life path, or you feel like you're stuck, you feel like you're going through the same rotation. So you have a whole team in heaven that are there, that are trying to watch over you, that are trying to keep an eye on you, that are trying to do all of these things, and that want to stay connected to you from the other side. And that's what's so beautiful. And what I also want you guys to know is this, is that on the other side, when your loved ones come through and watch over you and stay connected with you, they also will call in other souls to see what you're doing. But if you ever want to know when your loved ones are the strongest, it's when you're talking about them, revisiting past memories about them, or just going and thinking silently to yourself. When you say, "Oh my God, Dad, I wish that you were here right now," or if you just think to your head silently, "Wow, I really wish my dad was here to see this." Boom! Instantly in heaven, your dad hears that, and that's what's so, so beautiful. So what I want you guys to know is this, is that when you're stressed, when you're worried, when you're anxious, when you're sad, when you're depressed, leave it in heaven's hands. If there's one thing that's so reassuring, and this is where I had to find some reassurance as well, you guys, is that, being a psychic medium, people come to me with the deepest of the deep problems, right? Someone's going through a financial crisis. They just lost their job. They don't know how they're going to pay the rent next month. Someone just went through a breakup. They're going through a divorce. They don't know, how, if they're going to be able to keep their kids, if they're going to be able to keep their families together. Someone's going through a health battle. They don't know what's going to come. Are they going to live? Are they going to die? Is it serious? Is it not? Right? Someone's going through a mental illness right now, right? Where they're going through anxiety, panic, stress, depression, right? It's hard for them to get through each day. Well, what I want you to know is that all of these problems that we go through as humans, that take up our whole life, that are really scary and that are really hard, and that really have that cast a dark cloud over our life, to your loved ones in spirit, those are easy, right? To your loved ones in spirit, the things that we stress and that we worry about and that we fear. Sorry, I have to move this mail open. I keep hitting it with my Italian hands. But the things that we stress over about all the time are the things that your loved ones see an easy fix to. So sometimes it's really hard, because we go through these things and we're like, why? Why am I going through this? Why can't my life just be easy? Right? And I'll tell you that being a medium, I can see everybody's life when I'm giving a reading for them, right? Everyone has a different challenge. Nobody here in this world has it easy. I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen people who are suffering from financial challenges, people who struggle from mental challenges, people who struggle from health challenges, people who struggle from relationship challenges, people who struggle from grief. We all have just, sorry, I don't mean to laugh at that. I'm laughing at Alicia. She goes, my Italian hands. It's true. You know me. I'm always dancing the Macarena on this side of the screen. But you know what I'm trying to say? We all have it hard, but what spirit tells me that is that it's always about becoming your own success story. Take your challenges, take your obstacles, take the things that are really stressing you out right now to build a better life for yourself in the future. It's just knowledge. It's knowledge for you. It's helping you for the future. It's helping you become stronger, even though sometimes you might feel defeated. And we're all meant to have our own success story. And if there's one thing that I want you guys to know, it's that your loved ones in spirit believe in you. Oh my God, thank you, Tina. She goes, Matt, you lift me up every single day. I am so, so happy to hear that. That absolutely made my night. Thank you. That comment just lifted me up because that's what keeps me ticking. That's what keeps me doing these lives is hearing those type of comments. So thank you so much. And I want you guys to know that because, at the end of the day, your loved ones in spirit, when I do these readings and people come to me with these really, really hard things, when they're really stressed, when they're really anxious, when they're really just at their wits' end, your loved ones in spirit always are able to find a way. They always know what's going to happen next, what's going to come next. And that's what's so beautiful. So while I'm here, while we're answering this, for those of you who just signed in, this is so important, you guys. Tonight is the last night to sign up for my October 21st online reading. There's only 2 dates left where I'll be giving live readings online, okay, in October. October 19th and October 21st. But tonight is the last night to sign up for October 21st. Let me make sure I got to check my phone. I got to make sure that it's still available on my website. Hold on. Yes, it is. Guys, October 21st, that's a Saturday at 12 o'clock noon. All right. So I know that some of you guys are on the West Coast and it was hard for you to make a weekday event. Saturday, October 21st at 12 o'clock noon, I will be giving live readings to you guys right here in this office, but you have to be registered to attend. So if you'd like to join that online reading with me, just make sure you go to my website right now. There's only a few hours left to register, and not all of you will be able to register. Right now, we have 1,269 people here on the live, but I got to tell you that not all of you, if all of you go to the website right now, not all of you will be able to register because we can only allow a limited amount of people. So if you'd like to join me on Saturday, October 21st, 12 o'clock noon, reserve your spot right now. MeetMattFraser.com, MeetMattFraser.com, and click on online readings. Oh my God, thank God you guys are starting to go over there. I just saw that Debbie just was able to reserve her spot, and it just came up that Sharon was able to reserve her spot as well. So if you want to join that online reading with me, there's only a few hours left. Everything else is sold out. I know it seems like a long time away, but September is completely sold out. October is completely sold out except for 2 dates, October 19th and October 21st. So if you'd like to reserve that spot right now, just go to meetmattfraser.com. It's going to sell out on this live. And I want you guys to know that I'll update you the minute that it's sold out. So that being said, if you want to reserve your spot, there's only a few left, meetmattfraser.com. And I did just check. It's still saying that's available on the website. So you have some time. But what I also want you guys to know is this. Right? The reason why your loved ones also watch over you is because of the fact that your loved ones in spirit want to be able to help you in life. How do they help us in life? Well, your loved ones send you signs, they send you guidance, and there's also someone else that your loved ones watch over as well. Actually, a couple different souls. So your loved ones aren't just watching over you from the other side. Oh my God, thank you, Michelle. Your loved ones are also watching over your pets here in this world. They love being able to watch over pets. And your loved ones are also watching over children here in this world. So, for example, if you have ever had a situation where maybe your husband passed, maybe it was that your grandfather passed, your grandmother passed, maybe it was that your brother passed away, and then there was a newborn born in the family, and then about 2 years old or 3 years old, they started pointing to someone that wasn't there. And then they would say, oh, that's grandpa, or that's pop, or that's this person, that's that person. You're like, wait, what? What is that? How could that be? How could that be that person? Well, what I want you guys to know is that children can see and hear spirit, and your loved ones in spirit come and check up on children here in this world, much like they come and check up on you. It's not anything to be worried about. It's not anything to fear. It's actually a beautiful blessing that your loved ones in spirit are able to step forward and to watch over your children here in this world. It's a beautiful thing. So many times, if you hear about children having imaginary friends, or you hear about kids seeing and hearing spirit, what they're actually seeing are your loved ones on the other side. And one of the ways that you can go and test it is this. Oh my God, thank you so much, Alicia. Alicia just booked the October 30th psychic seance. I'm so excited. Oh my God. And Barbie just said, Matt, you're the bomb.com. Thank you. So what I want you guys to know is this, is that I've seen this happen many times. So I don't want you guys to freak out. And this actually happened just the other day. So my mother-in-law was here and she was watching over Royce and she was getting freaked out because all of a sudden Royce was sleeping and there were these orbs that were circling Royce on the baby monitor. And she was like, oh my God, that's so weird. That's so weird. And she took like screenshots of it and she was showing my wife and I, and she was like, look at this, look at this, look at these orbs. Well, what I want you guys to know is that, I knew at that moment that those were Royce's angels, but also my own loved ones and Alexa's loved ones that were there that were watching over him. The same way that you go to see your niece or your nephew, your grandbaby, right? And you stand over the crib sometime and you look and you're like, oh my God, he's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Your loved ones in spirit do that as well. They love watching over children. And they also love being able to go and to, this is a good question. They also love being able to go and to watch over your pets as well. So for example, let's say that your dad passed away. And when your dad passed away, you kept his dog here in this world after his passing. It's very common for that dog to still see your dad and for your dad to come and check up on that dog because that dog was his baby, not just in this world, but in the afterlife as well. All right. Ruth is asking me, Matt, what form do children see? That's a really good question, Ruth. I'm really glad that you asked this question because children see a different form than even me as a medium, right? So because children are such new souls, right? And because remember, we start off as a soul in heaven. We're born here in this world. Because children are new souls here on earth, when children see spirits, they'll see a spirit more clearly than even I can as a medium. For me, I see shadows and silhouettes, right? That's how I know. I see figures. So like when I'm out looking out onto the audience, I'll know, okay, that's person's mother because I'll see the figure of a mother standing behind her or a figure of her son or a figure of a little girl, right? But what I can tell you is children can see spirit super, super, super clear. They can see spirit like you're seeing me right now. To them, it's not like they're ghostly. It's not like they're invisible. It's not like anything like that. They can see spirit just as they see human. So what I want you guys to know is this. What I want you guys to know is that this actually happened to me when I was a little boy. When I was a little boy and I would see and hear the departed, it actually started that I first started off seeing my grandmother that had passed away. So when my grandmother had passed away, it was crazy because everybody was mourning her. And I actually read about this in my book. Everybody was mourning her. Everybody was all upset. Everybody was in deep grief over my grandmother's passing. But I got to tell you guys, I wasn't. And there was a reason why. When everybody was in bed, when everybody was fast asleep, or when I was in the room playing by myself, it always would be a time when I was by myself, my grandmother would come in and visit me. And what was interesting is that when my grandmother in spirit came to visit me, I think I was only 4 years old at the time, when I had, or maybe 5 years old, I can't remember the exact age I was, but that's when I had my first visitations of her. And when I first saw my grandmother on the other side, I remember that she looked just like you and I look right now. I didn't know that my grandmother was dead. I had no idea that my grandmother was dead. I thought that she was still living. And it's crazy because when I saw my grandmother, the only thing that was different that I remember to this day is that when my grandmother came to visit me, there was this white light that was shining right behind her. Like imagine if somebody was behind me with the spotlight right now, shining it right here. All I remember is this beautiful heavenly glow being around my grandmother. But if it wasn't for that, there was no way that I would have ever been able to tell that anything was different with my grandmother. In fact, being so young, when I was a child and my grandmother would come and visit me after she died, I never realized it. I never realized that glow meant something. It was peaceful, it was calming, it was beautiful, but I never ever actually knew that there was anything that was different about my grandmother. I never knew that she died. The only thing that I realized when I was actually when I started seeing, dead people as I realized that people were dead because I started to see people that I didn't recognize. That's what was so scary. When my grandmother first passed away and she came to visit me, I had no idea. But when, except for seeing that heavenly glow and that she looked so beautiful and she was able to walk and do all these beautiful things. But when souls started coming in and visiting me that I didn't know about, that's what scared the hell out of me, you guys. Because imagine being sleeping and all of a sudden someone's standing over your bed that you have never met, never knew, and then suddenly they just vanished. Imagine how scary that would be. Well, that's the reason why I got so afraid of what I was seeing, hearing, experiencing. But looking back on my life, being a child, I know that these souls were just coming to me because they knew that they could connect with me and they knew that I could see and hear them. And by the way, for those of you who are here right now, we are talking about why our loved ones watch over us on the other side and what they can see even after death. And if you're here with me right now, what I want you guys to know is that tonight is the last night to sign up for the online reading with me. It's happening October 21st. So October 21st, I will be giving live readings right here in this office. But what I want you guys to know is that you have to be registered in advance to attend. And what I also want you guys to know is that it's only $19 to be a part of it. Doesn't matter where you live. You don't need a Zoom subscription. You just have to make sure that you sign up. It doesn't matter if you live in the US. It doesn't matter if you live in Canada. It doesn't matter if you live in the UK. If you're there, I will deliver messages from the other side and help you guys connect with your loved ones in spirit. But you got to make sure that you signed up. So I'm sure by now you guys have seen all of the hundreds of readings that I have posted on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Every single one of those readings, are not private readings. Those are all online group reading events. And each person I've read for, each family has only paid $19. So if you want to be a part of an online reading with me, just go to meetmattfraser.com, because tonight is the last night. There's only a few hours left to sign up for October 21st, and I want to make sure that you get that spot. The saddest thing is that I know that there's people on here that really need to hear a message from their loved one. I know that there's someone on here right now that's really grieving, that's really been searching for a message, that really hasn't been seeing the signs, hasn't been feeling their loved one with them, has really been questioning, is heaven real? Is the afterlife real? Is my loved one with me? Well, if you're having any of those questions, you've got to join the next online reading, because that's where you can join me, where I will be helping you reconnect with your loved ones in spirit. I can only allow a limited amount of people. So already September is completely sold out. First half of October is sold out. The next two dates are October 19th and October 21st. But tonight is the last night to sign up for October 21st. So if you want that spot, stop what you're doing right now. Go to my website, meetmattfraser.com, and click on online readings. I'm going to put the link in the comments. It is 12 o'clock noon. So, excuse me, the online reading takes place at 12 o'clock noon. It's not 12 o'clock noon right now. The online reading takes place at 12 o'clock noon. It's on Eastern Standard Time. So what I want you guys to know is this. Going back to about souls watching over us and souls keeping an eye on us from the other side. There's something else that you guys need to know as well. Is that one of the things that your loved ones also keep an eye on is your loved ones are able to hear you when you're talking to them, whether it be out loud or in your head. For example, I'll tell you, there was this woman that I was connecting with, and it was crazy because she would think messages to her son every day. Every day that her son had been gone, she would think these messages to him, and she would actually sing to him in her head. And what was crazy is that when she came to one of my online readings, I was with her and I said, "Hey," I says, "your son's telling me that you sing to him." And she's like, "Oh my God, Matt, nobody knows that I do that. I do that in my head." Well, her son knew. Her son knew that she did it. And she was so freaked out. She was like, "How did he know?" Well, because your loved ones can hear your thoughts when you mention them. And your loved ones can hear when there's something that you're thinking about with them. I know it kind of sounds weird, but it's actually in a good way. When you're saying, "Oh, I just wish my mother," when you're beaming ear to ear and saying, "Oh, I just wish my mother could see my daughter right now. She'd be so proud." Your loved ones in spirit see that. And that's what's so amazing. All right, Cynthia Snow was asking a good question. She goes, "Matt, why do the signs stop?" Hold on, let me have a sip of my coffee here. So here's the thing, Cynthia. This is a really good question. And signs do come and go. They never stop completely. But sometimes your loved ones stop sending signs because they don't want to interfere within your life, right? When things are going well in your life, when everything's fine, when you're having good things that are happening, For example, if you're on vacation in Mexico and living your best life, or in Cabo, or wherever the hell you are, your loved ones probably won't send you signs because they want you to be able to relax and de-stress. Now, let's say that you lost your husband and that's your first vacation that you're going on without your husband, right? That's a different story. He'll probably send you signs to show you that he's there. But your loved ones choose the times in which they're going to reach you. They come when you least expect them, but when you most need them. When you're going through big major changes in your life, like buying your first car, buying a house, moving to a new state, right? They also send you signs when you're going through something that you feel like you can't handle alone. When you're going through a divorce, when you're going through a hard financial situation, when you really feel like all hope is lost, right? All of those times when your loved ones come through and send signs. But sometimes people get nervous because the signs stop and they think that their loved ones are not there and with us. What I can tell you is that they're always right there. They're always by your side. And even when you don't feel them, it doesn't mean they're not watching over you. It just means that they're waiting for the perfect time to come through and to connect with you. Good question. All right. Janine Cleaver is also saying, Matt, can you please tell us about the seance? I'm a little bit scared. Oh my God, Janine, you're so funny. So when I first announced that me and my mom were doing the online psychic seance together, by the way, if you guys haven't heard about this, on October 30th, my mom and I will be doing a live online psychic seance where we will be helping you make contact with your loved ones on the other side. And we're also going to be teaching you how to safely connect with the other side. Now, as Janine's asking, because I'm a little bit scared, right? A lot of people were scared when they heard the word seance. So basically, what is a seance? A seance is when everybody comes together and all at once we do one thing. We put our intention on making contact with the other side. That's the perfect time to heighten your own psychic ability. And the word seance might sound spooky or scary or strange or weird, right? Or even creepy. But I can tell you that this is an uplifting event. Me and my mom, we only do everything with God, with the angels, with the other side, and we only speak to the higher vibration. And what we intend to do on this psychic seance event is to help you discover the psychic ability within you, right? My mom was pivotal to me. My mom was the person who helped me to understand my psychic gifts. She was the one that helped me nurture my fears. My mom was the one that I just devote my whole career to, because I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be in front of you right now talking about the other side, knowing this much about the other side, having this information if I didn't listen to my mom, right? Luckily, I embraced my gift. You guys, I was so afraid of connecting with the other side in the very beginning that I almost walked away from my gift completely. But my mom's acceptance and my mom's love is really what, inspired me to look deeper into this, ability. So I want to share with you guys everything that my mom has taught me. And I also want to share with you the same ways that my mom has taught me to connect with the other side. So that being said, together, me and my mom are doing this online psychic seance. It's a positive, uplifting event where we're going to help you connect with your loved ones, tap deeper into yourself, tap into your own psychic ability, raise your psychic antenna, and discover safe ways to connect with your loved ones on the other side. And we're going to be teaching you the same ways that we connect with the other side, because me and my mom might be psychic, but we both have completely different gifts. So you're going to learn about my mom's gift, and she's going to be doing readings for you guys. I'm going to be doing readings for you guys. And we're also going to be answering your questions about the other side. And we're also able to go and this is a funny question. And we're also able to go and help you guys connect with your own psychic ability. So if you want to be a part of that psychic seance event, there are only a limited amount of spots left. It's happening on October 30th. So October 30th is the online psychic seance event. To sign up, just go to meetmattfraser.com, and click on online reading. So here's where it is. And by the way, if you guys want to be a part of that online reading with me on October 21st, there's a few spots left. So if you'd like to join me for the live online reading happening on October 21st, stop what you're doing, go to meetmattfraser.com and reserve your spot, because there's a few spots available right now, but today's the last day to sign up. All right. This is a really good question as well. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Who just said that to me? Hold on. Where the hell was it? I forget who just did that. Oh my God, what the hell is this? I was looking for a different comment, but this one came up. Matt, can you do a reading on a man? Of course I can do. Listen, if you got dead loved ones, I can do a reading. It doesn't care. I don't care if you're a man or a woman or an alien. I never had an alien come through, right? But it doesn't matter. If you have someone that had died, of course, It's funny. Go on my YouTube page. I actually get really excited when men attend because men are the most skeptical, I feel. There's so many men that are afraid to believe or a little bit skeptical or just not open. But I got to tell you guys, those are the most rewarding readings because those are the people that I need to feel the most. Feel and connect with the most because those are the souls that need to hear a message that will help them to heal in the worst way. All right. So, oh my God, you guys are so funny. Everyone's saying, say thanks to your mom. I do say thanks to my mom, Vivian. You guys are the best. I love that. I love that you guys get so invested. So anyways, that being said, what I want you guys to know is that if you want to join that online reading with me on what day was it? October 21st. I know it seems like a long time away, but tonight is the last night to register. It's Saturday at 12 o'clock noon, October 21st. Go to meetmattfraser.com to reserve your spot while there's still time. But what I want you guys to know is don't stress out. If you don't sense and feel your loved one, I promise you that they're there. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for you to go and sense them or to feel them and to know that they're there. But I promise you that they are always there and by your side, even when you think that they might be missing in action. And what I can also tell you is this. What I can also tell you is that your loved ones in spirit love and care about you just the same here as they did here in this world, if not more. That's the reason why they want to be there. It's the reason why they want to go and watch over you from the other side. And it's the reason why they send you so many signs. And Hayden's asking, can you attend from any country or all countries? Absolutely. People have attended these online readings from oh my God, from Canada, from Ireland. I read somebody one time in Scotland. I've read people in oh my God, China. I mean, there's been so many places that people have attended from. So if you'd like to join the online reading with me, it's happening on October 21st. Everything else is sold out. I have October 19th and October 21st available. Everything before that is sold out. So just go to meetmattfraser.com to reserve your spot. So I am going to go, you guys, because I have to get ready for bed. Believe it or not, I'm a parent now, so I go to bed early. But I want to thank you guys for joining these lives every night. I love talking to you guys about this and sharing with you everything that I've learned about the other side and the afterlife. And I will be back on hopefully tomorrow afternoon talking to you more about what actually happens when we pass on. So if you'd like to join me for a live online reading event, just make sure you're signed up at meetmattfraser.com. meetmattfraser.com. There's only a limited amount of spots available, and there's only a few hours left to sign up. I can't stress this enough. You guys don't know how much I get stressed for you guys because there's so many times when people say, Matt, I'm going to come to the online reading. I'm going to come to the online reading. And then next thing you know, they'll go and they'll wait and they don't reserve their spot. And then next thing you know, they miss out on hearing a beautiful message from a loved one. So don't let that be you. If there's someone that you want to connect with, head to meetmattfraser.com, reserve your spot where there's still time. And remember, your loved ones are not dead. They're just different. And knowing that is life-changing because they're always with you. And the same way that you're looking to get in touch with them, they're also looking to get in touch with you. So I'll see you live online. Meetmattfraser.com is where you can reserve your spot. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for every single thing that you guys do for me. And if there's one thing I want you to know is that never be fearful because your loved ones are there. And they can see tomorrow so much more clearly than you can even see yesterday. So trust in that, believe in that, and know they're always with you.